here. I am a Raptors fan. That's why I say that. At number 6, we have Khirs Middleton, who to me, if you're starting a team tomorrow and you have to pick your leader on the team, if your top player is going to be one of two players, DeMar DeRozan or Khirs Middleton, you're probably picking DeMar DeRozan. But he's such a great fit for that Milwaukee team, such a great fit along Giannis. He is a back-to-back All-Star. He does everything right in Milwaukee. And I was just talking about team success, talking about DeMar DeRozan. Milwaukee's has been having the best regular season years since Golden State in their prime.
Yeah, and I mean, it again, like you said, it was so many of these players. It's a guy who doesn't feel like he does a whole lot wrong. It's offensively, I mean, it always speaks to himself. This guy's a consistent 20 per game scorer. He's super efficient the way he does it. One of the best free throw shooters at the position, shoots over 90%. So in
His
that
three shooting's amazing too.
yeah, and I mean, perfect second fiddle, right? Like, do you want Khirs Middleton to be the guy for you? Probably not, but if you need a number two, if you have him as a number three, I mean, you're more than happy. But as a number two, still very, very good. A guy who 6 in assists as well with 5 per game. We often forget about his playmaking. Really, the only knock on him is the fact that him and Giannis together, they don't average a lot of blocks, and they're both pretty good guys. Like, I know Brook Lopez gets a lot of them. I just don't really.
Giannis was a rookie defensive player of the year last year.
Yeah, they still they don't average a lot of blocks though. Like
They
between the
don't
two.
need to.
No, but you just figure they would. Like the fact that Middleton had 0.1 per game last year, you would think Middleton could at least average half a block per game. Like to me, there's something that seems a bit off about that. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, like I said, one of the most efficient scorers. We talked about in the Giannis video, a stat for me that did it was seeing the real plus minus and the wins added, how big of a difference it was. Middleton was right up there too. He was third in real plus minus and in wins added for small forwards. So even though Giannis adds a lot to it too, Khirs Middleton does a lot more for that team than I think a lot of us realize.
And that's why he ended up so high, right? That's why he's so highly touted in this league. That's why he's a back-to-back All-Star. That's why he's higher than DeMar right now. And it's funny because we're talking about if we're starting a team tomorrow, which one would I pick? And I'd pick DeMar over Middleton as a star player. As a second player on a team with Giannis, I'm picking Middleton 10 days a week. Like Middleton is that perfect player alongside a Giannis, alongside a Ben Simmons, alongside a LeBron James, any one of those generational stars. Middleton is that he's your Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, I mean, if you had Khirs Middleton in Cleveland when LeBron had all those scrubs, like Cleveland probably would have won a championship, to be honest, or at least would have came a lot
Would have came closer.
than
I
they
know
did.
they came close, but like
But yeah, I mean, Khirs Middleton is going to be interesting to see what happens to him as Giannis' situation folds out. If
yeah.
he leaves, if he's going to be the star in Milwaukee, and who knows, maybe he does become the star and he becomes like a 24 point per game guy. Based on how efficient he is, it's not impossible.
Very well could.
Yeah, it just feels like again because I guess we devalue him so much because who he plays with, we don't see it happening. But at the same time, there's nothing saying
Something happened. If
yeah,
Giannis gets out tomorrow and he steps up on the Milwaukee team, he can move higher up on this list easily.
absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, even then, like I said about OG too, whenever they actually start Giannis at forward and they move Middleton to guard, he's a guy at 23 points per game at guard. So when he does play bigger, he doesn't like speed doesn't really factor in on offense for him. He finds a way to get the shots. He's good at both the guard and forward position clearly. So in terms of offensively, being able to move him either the left or right side of the offense based on where Giannis wants to go, there's no problem with that. He's always going to be there to kick it out too, get you that kind of backup security blanket. So like you said, perfect fit for Giannis. Would have been a perfect fit for LeBron back in the day as well.
Yeah, and he does those things which make him so highly valued, but still somehow undervalued.
I mean, outside his top five, and if the guy who's at fifth, a lot of people are gonna probably be like, "What? What do you mean?" But we'll see.
Yeah, that was probably because of me. I put this guy a little bit higher because I watch every single Toronto Boston game.